Hello, it's Leah. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to do something a little bit different today, and it's going to be a fun video where I'm talking about some recommendations for people who want something in their life, some kind of media, some kind of new explored or discovered thing to nourish the mind. And so I'm going to be talking about some recommendations for some different things that I really, really love that are sort of like related to fatness or like fat friendly. So I'm going to start off with sort of my categories. So I'm going to talk about a podcast, I'm going to talk about a book, and I'm going to talk about some kind of screen media. So like TV or film. So I'll start number one. First thing I want to recommend is a book that my partner recently got me. And this is someone whose work I've actually followed for a while, but this is a book called Health at Every Size, The Surprising Truth About Your Weight. And this is an old copy, so it actually has the author's old name on it, but the author is going by Indigo now. They are a PhD and they're wildly educated. This person has like a doctorate in nutrition, I think it is, and also like a graduate degree in like psychology and like all of these different things, and sort of looks at the different ways that we can make sort of adjustments to our lifestyle that actually promotes health. That's why they call it Health at Every Size, because it's not really dependent on the size of your body. It's really dependent on like, do you make these and these and these choices in your life? Do they then create health for you? And it turns out the answer is yes. There's a few key things we can do to make sure that we are having a long and happy life, whether or not our body is small. And so it was actually quite a revolutionary idea at the time. I'm pretty sure this came out in like the aughts sometime. Yeah, so this came out in 2008. At the time, it was quite revolutionary. The idea that you could make lifestyle changes and be healthy despite having like a fat body, for example. Having that focus on lifestyle stuff is really helpful because what it does is it kind of does away with the shame. It does away with the sort of self-loathing and stuff that is often promoted for fat people. And it just says, okay, like here is where that spot is where you can make choices that make your life better, that you feel a better sense of wellness, that you're going to have probably a long life and so on. It was really quite a change in perspective from what was going on at the time. And so I just wanted to give a nod to Dr. Bacon's work just because it's incredibly important, I think, in the fat community to just sort of have these very professional, very smart people saying things to the effect of, you don't have to hate yourself in order to like live a good life and feel well and all of that stuff. It is a great book, and it's someone who's doing really great work, and you should really support their work if you can. And they're queer, and I love supporting queer artists and academics and creators and so on. So definitely recommend this book, Health at Every Size, by Indigo, PhD. So next I'm going to move on to a podcast recommendation. This one is super close to my heart. I absolutely love this one. It's called Maintenance Phase, and it's hosted by Aubrey Gordon and Michael Hobbes, who are buddies who I guess had kind of bonded over their frustration around the way that we talk about fatness and how unproductive it is. Aubrey is also known online as Your Fat Friend. So you can like look up Your Fat Friend on like the various social medias, and you should be able to find Aubrey Gordon. Michael is a sort of a journalist. He did some work for the Huffington Post at one time and so on. And he had this really, really, I guess, viral article that he wrote at one point talking about how we've known for decades that diet and exercise as a prescription for weight loss simply is not effective. He was sort of questioning, like, why do we still recommend this thing? Like, if we had another treatment for another condition that was like 95% ineffective, which is the rate for the idea of diet and exercise, then we would say that it's malpractice to recommend that treatment. Like if we were like, here's a treatment for cancer and it's 95% ineffective, then we'd be like, what are doctors doing? Like, why would they recommend that, right? And so he had this really explosive article and he got a lot of visibility from it. And so from that, he decided to kind of make an entry into the podcast world. And I think the interesting thing about Michael Hobbes is that he's actually quite thin. So he's a thin person, but he grew up in a household where his mother was fat, and he saw a lot of struggles that his mother went through, and it was infuriating. He, like a lot of people who care about fat people, just like, I guess, seemed to feel like there had to be a better answer or a better way for us to like look at or deal deal with these issues. It was really lovely for him and Aubrey to get together and make this wonderful podcast because they're both kind of data heads and they love to look at the methodology and like how they actually did the research. Did they have a good control group? Did they control for this and that and the other? And like, they're just really, really great at picking apart research and seeing like, is this a good study or is this a terrible study? Does this study actually show what they're claiming it shows? Does it not? And so they tackle a lot of really interesting issues around fatness, around the way that we're prescribed certain diets, the way that we're prescribed certain activities, that sort of the attitudes towards fat people in society and like whether those are grounded in the information that actually has been gleaned from the best research we have, or if it is actually just kind of biased that we just feel uncomfortable about fat people, therefore we just like them, things like that. And so they do such a good job at sort of picking apart these really complicated issues, and they're both so funny. So it's just a wonderful podcast. I've listened to every single episode. Like, I'm always sitting on my phone, like refreshing to see like if there's a new episode, because like I'm always waiting for the next one to drop because I love it so much. Yeah, so I really, really recommend. It's called Maintenance Phase. I love that podcast. Highly recommend. Absolutely go to like any of your podcast platforms. It's all over the place. It's on like Apple, it's on Spotify, it's all over the place. So if you only end up checking out one podcast related to fat friendly issues and so on, it should be Maintenance Phase, because they're so good at picking apart research and like really looking at it under a microscope and saying like, is this good? Is this bad? Highly, highly recommend. And last but not least, I want to recommend a film for my sort of my screen pick this time around. This is such a fun film. I had such a good time. My partner and I watched this together and we just like found it so funny and so charming and a really, really good time. And it's one of those films where it's not that there's explicit fat content a lot of the time. It's more just that like there are fat people existing in a space and they are accepted and they're allowed to. So it really ticks that kind of like representation box without really being explicitly in your face about fat issues. But I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so much fun. It's a comedy. Do you love a comedy? And it's called Thunder Force. And it's a film that stars Melissa McCarthy and Octavia Spencer, two people who I absolutely love their work. They're so funny, both of them in it. They're just amazing. And it's basically a film where these like basically middle-aged ladies decide to go on this adventure where they become real life superheroes. And it's so funny. Octavia Spencer plays sort of the straight woman, sort of like where she's like the brains of the operation. She has like all of this science background and she's super smart. And then you have Melissa McCarthy, who's like the dropout who just like is really chaotic and like always making trouble and everything. And it's a really, really fun dynamic. There are some really heartwarming moments as well, but it's so funny and it's such a great watch. And I think it was actually really underrated. Often you don't get the same promotion of films that don't have these like super heartthrobby, like very conventionally attractive like stars in it. And actually like I think Octavia and Melissa are both really, really beautiful women, but because they're on the heavier side, people just like don't see them that way for some reason. Often we just don't see the same promotion of movies featuring women, featuring older women who aren't like 20, featuring women who are on the fatter side. Probably that's a big part of it, but I was so glad that I did hear about it and I got to see it because it was a really, really fun film. Highly recommend it. I think it's on Netflix. Absolutely a riot, like just so fun. 10 on 10 would absolutely recommend. So yeah, that's my recommendations for this week. Just a few ideas of media that you can consume that is really, really nourishing to the soul for fat people, because it has sort of either a really fat friendly attitude, or it's just like great for representation, or it's great for like sort of education around fat issues. So I just wanted to start a pattern or a tradition, I guess, of really boosting media that's doing great work out there and improving the lives of fat people and putting ideas out there that are helpful, positive, that help to combat shame, help to combat some of the negativity that's around fat acceptance movement, because there's lots. I think it's really important to elevate those voices and remind us that like there's a lot of people out here actually that are very smart people, very talented people, that they basically are doing this amazing work. It's something that we can all benefit from, and it's a great way to kind of boost our morale if we're feeling down about the world or we're feeling down about ourselves or what have you. So I hope to do more of these in the future, but thank you for joining me for this one. If you enjoyed this video or found it fun like I did, then please give me a like below. And also if you'd like to get a little notification when I'm uploading videos, which is every Wednesday, then just hit the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell and you'll find out every time I upload a new video. That's all for today. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye for now.